Alright guys, so a while ago I did a video talking about how Blumhouse is now entering the video game world. Well, as luck would have it, not only are they entering that market, but they're going to start bringing the horror video games to the big screen. With the Five Nights at Freddy's movie on the way, we didn't have to wait long to get news of another major horror title being brought to life by Blumhouse. And I'm of course talking about the popular hit game Dead by Daylight. But before we take a deep dive into fixing generators to escape psychopaths and being placed on meat hoods by their hands, I want to take a brief moment and welcome anyone new to the channel. If you are new, please consider subscribing. I got a ton of stuff in the works that I would love to share with you all. Also, if you do happen to enjoy the video, let me know by dropping a like. But anyways guys, we got a lot to get into, so without further ado, let's get into it. So yes, Blumhouse and Atomic Monster are teaming up with Behavioral Interactive to bring this horror title to life in movie format, which is really cool. Blumhouse and Atomic Monster have made some incredible horror movies. And since they're merging together later this year, it makes total sense that they would start this project together. Now, while the game Dead by Daylight does have a ton of popular killers and survivors in it from other franchises, I imagine the movie will simply be based off the original characters created for the game. So definitely don't go in expecting to see Ash from Evil Dead or Albert Wesker from Resident Evil. I instead actually expect this movie to focus on the original killers and characters. Go in and expecting to see people like the Trapper, the Hillbilly, or the Huntress as they hunt down Dwight or Meg, which is how I actually would prefer the movie to be. I want to see these incredible original characters brought to life, and just this, instead of seeing a ton of other characters from different movies. And now, while it may be hard to fit so much lore and all these unique killers into one movie, I could easily see the first film really focusing on one or maybe just a small handful of the killers, and then possibly be turned into a franchise where each film could focus on a different killer and really dive deep into their backstory. After all, I'm sure many players have ignored this or have barely paid attention to it, but each of the characters in the game does have a unique backstory to them, which could easily be translated into a B-rated horror film. Heck, most of these characters are just a cliche of the horror movie genre, so I imagine it would be relatively easy to bring them to life on the big screen. Either way, I'm very excited to see what they are going to cook up for us. After all, I'm a big horror fan, especially with the B-rated movie scene. Having said all that, this should be a simple transition, but sometimes a simple plot for some reason just can't make it way to the big screen. Just look how many awful Resident Evil movies we have gotten. So while I'm super excited to see what they're going to make for us, at the end of the day, it could lead to another massive disappointment. Having said that, there's absolutely no way this could be as bad as some of the stuff Resident Evil has given us. Remember when Alice did the 1v1 match with Nemesis? Dear God, what were they thinking with that? That still makes me shake my head in shame. Well, at least shake my head in shame for what I just witnessed. They should be the ones shaking their head in shame for what they produced. But let's move on and try to forget that awful memory. Either way, I do think this is a very good thing, because not only are we getting a cool new horror movie, supposedly, allegedly, I do think it will be good though. It's nice to see that Blumhouse is making connections in the video gaming world. After all, they are entering the market. And I do think it'd be cool if we start to see more Blumhouse characters and killers brought to the Dead by Daylight game. Or maybe we see Behavioral Interactive make an entirely new video game partner with Blumhouse in the future. Maybe one day we'll finally get that Purge video game I've always wanted. Imagine it, blasting your way through the city as you try to survive the night from all the crazy purgers. Now that definitely sounds like a very fun time to me. But anyways guys, that's all I really gotta say about this. I want to hear what you all think though. Are you excited about this movie? Tell me what characters you would like to see in it and what killers you hope the movie does focus in on. And let me know in the comments down below what horror movies you would love to see turn into video games, or what horror video games you would love to see turn into movies. I'm super excited to hear what you all think. As for me, I got a ton of work to do, so I'm gonna get back to the grind and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.